times where you had no time at all to spend across to carry out the task. And there are books which we read, and then we look for some data points or some fiction or something to take us away from the real world and then to the virtual world. And there are some books which you can directly relate to what you do every day in and day out and then change your thought process. And there are books which would also make you to feel that, are you putting all your efforts and then putting it in the right basket? And this particular book is of those genre where it will make you to rethink the way how you think. It's so happened to me. It's all sequential. Like when I started my new role in this year in the beginning, I had so many tasks which was lying up, and then me taking an ownership. Always, I think that I had to know how to do things and then to give it to another person. And it was happening all well until a point where I'm not overloaded. Like I was looking for one product to take things and then do, but then when our 15 products all are in burning state, it's not the possibility of how for every other product how the task to be done is not physically or practically possible. This book starts with it's not that always we think of task in hand how to do it. Rather look for who can do that task to you. And specifically the aspect of this very book, the person who wrote this book is not the person who actually authored it. Irony is that he had ensured to have another person who's passionate about writing books. He have kindled the thought of writing that book for him. And that makes me think it's not that everything around you have to spend all your time to get things done. So it's totally a different mindset, a change from get things done and then to move to who, not how. But all this are like coaches, right? Coaching book, or like to make you think what you do and how you can do it better. But what is that I have learned from reading this book is one is that whenever there is something which is not clear to you, but then it has to be executed, always have a plethora of data of who can do it. And if you don't know who has to be executed, it's okay that you build that who list to you over the period of time. At the end of the day, it is that knowledge of how much of people whom it's just not to collect as an encyclopedia or like to have a list to have people to work for you, but then I actually identify people's talent or and connect their talent to what the execution which you are looking for, and nurture that talent and then foresee and then may bring them to be the who you wanted to be for your team. And this shift of just not looking for end of getting things done, but then to nurture a person and then connect that person's need as well as the organization need together is something which I really liked in this particular book, where it starts with the, it's not that everything you have to do, but then slowly getting into the personal aspect and then connecting that personal aspect to not just mere of execution, but also look for the betterment of the individual as well as for the organization. So as a whole, if you are a person who looks for aspects of changing that mindset and get a different perspective of it's not that how things done is not what required, but then who has to do, not the how part. That's pretty much, I really liked it. And then it had made me to also relate to things in life. Like for example, if you are good in art, or if you're not good in art, or like something to be arranged, it's okay to allow another person to ensure to have this something to be done back in your home or back in wherever you are, where I had used a filter, so you will not be able to see that. That's what I understood. Just a second, I would correct that. So today is my little one's birthday, and then I'm happy that it's already been taken care. I'm not guilty that I didn't spend time in doing it, but then I have allowed my better half to do it, and just connect to those aspects of every people in around. It's not just for mere execution, but then for seeing their talent and then nourishing them. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Muki, for talking about the art of delegation, which I think is something we'll definitely pick up. Thank you very much. Before we go to the next segment, I thought I'll share with you all some interesting norms for elections. For example, voting is compulsory in Australia.